How you doing, everybody? This is Andre Porter. I want to give you a tour of my journal. The first journal I want to do is I don't have it in order, but I pretty much have all of them. The first journal I want to do is it speaks on ways to get students' attention. Uh, I have learned interesting ways to get students' attention, such as allowing them the opportunity to share what they think. Teachers should also use visuals often to accommodate different types of learners. One question that I have is, what is the most effective way to get students to gain an interest in reading that don't enjoy reading? This question comes to mind because I see so many students that would rather play sports or video games than read a book. Most teachers have a perspective that group work is the most effective way to engage students, but would this really work for students that is considered a shy introvert? The next journal. This next journal is really concerning Randy Boomer, what he speak about the curriculum. And one of the things I learned is a curriculum should not only be about school, but it should help students with their goals after school. And the reason I say this is because school is short, but they have a long life to focus on after school. Most of the realities of a student life has nothing to do with school. Teaching should go beyond the forms literacy demanded by a school and needs to be aimed directly at literate lives. The essential question that I have is, what are the key concepts we should address in a course that will help a child after they graduate and get into the work field? Journal number 3. This is basically uh, about poems and the new kid. I learned from the things I loved that poems is a essential way to spark your imagination and it inspires abstract thinking. Uh, do you guys remember the when we done the I love poem? And it just brought out everybody's imagination in Dr. Gall's class, bringing back interesting memories of the family and stuff that you remember that had a great meaning in your life. It adds support discussing emotions because it gives the opportunity to reflect on things from the past that had a strong meaning in your life. It is a great opportunity to show off your creativity. It can also help children with their language development by reading poems. The rhyming aspect in poetry makes it more easier for kids to learn new words and advance their vocabulary skills. My next journal is more towards Margaret Atwood, and it talks about how you could improve your reading and writing through practice. And reading and writing improves with practice when you are making sure you are clear on the concepts you are writing about. That is very important. I have a strong perspective that before you start writing, you should make sure you have a clear purpose and stick to it. Improving writing involves putting yourself in the reader's shoes. This will enhance your ability to write with confidence. I feel that individuals that do not start reading and writing at an early age, they will struggle with it in adulthood. So basically, it's better to get started at an early age to have a productive adulthood for us reading and writing. If you take the time to effectively organize your thoughts in advance, it will help you keep things simple in your writing. Always remember, simplicity is the key. My next journal is basically about the Jerry Craft New Kids. The book New Kid was an interesting book because everyone went through an experience as a child where you had to make the decision to follow your passion or become what your parents wanted you to become. Sometimes what your parents want you to become is not what you want to become. Like, for example, Jordan Banks had joy in drawing cartoons about his life. And basically, his parents enrolled him in a prestigious private school known for its academics instead of letting him follow his dream going to art school. As we all read the book, he experienced a difficult challenge for us navigating his new school culture while keeping his neighborhood friends and staying true to himself. I could easily see why this was an award-winning book, and this book kept Jerry Craft up all night, nearly every night. Want to go to my next journal here. This journal is concerning Dr. Ruding Sims Bishop, and it's just stating, I agree with the quote, books are sometimes windows because it allows a reader to stand safely in their own identity while exploring a world beyond their current view. When books serve as windows, I have the opportunity to consider new ideas and new ways of thinking, seeing myself as part of a larger community. This is helpful, ladies and gentlemen, for me because it is boring only looking at life from my perspective. It is interesting viewing things from the perspective of other people. All right, I got another journal here. This journal is basically about reading critically, write consciously, speak clearly, and tell your truth. I'm going to tell you what that means to me. Read critically is about staying focused while you read the text and understanding the main idea of the text. Reading critically is also having the ability to retain what you have read. Writing consciously is when the reader is able to understand the thought and emotions of your writing. They should have a clear idea of where you are going through your writing. Speaking clearly is important because you don't want people to have a misunderstanding about the main point you are striving to make in your writing. Tell your truth is about being honest about your perception on things. You cannot accomplish this by tickling people's ears. And that concludes my journals. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening, and have a blessed day.